Alrighty, welcome Jamie to the podcast. She lives in Clinton County going on about 10 years now. She is a small business owner, a mother of four, and a grandmother of one, and one on the way. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, so I'm going to be asking a series of questions. This should only take about 5 to 7 minutes of your time, depending on how you answer.
Okay.
If we get into discourse here. So one of the questions is, what have you been doing? What have you been doing during this time of self-isolation?
I have been remodeling a little bit in my house, reorganizing and making product for the business.
Have you gone on any walks or read any good books or
I've been doing puzzles.
puzzles?
Puzzles have been my go-to thing. So,
Yeah, puzzles are a good way to work your brain. I've been doing pre-calc and US history, so I've been trying to keep myself somewhat entertained here.
I think you're working your brain harder than I am.
Yeah, and as you can tell, I'm doing this podcast right now, trying to get a little something started.
Right.
So, as of I think yesterday, President Trump extended the self-isolation period for another good 2 weeks. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that it's a great idea. I think that everyone needs to stay home so this virus can run its course and then we can get back out.
Correct, because currently total cases in Michigan is 9,334 confirmed cases. That doesn't count for people who have it and haven't gone anywhere, or people who have just haven't been able to be tested due to lack of testing kits. If you've heard earlier today about 11:45-ish, Gretchen Whitmer signed the executive order to stop all face-to-face schools and resort to online. Do you think that was a good idea or shouldn't have happened?
No, I think that's a good idea. I think, yeah.
Right. So I think it should have happened earlier because we all know this wasn't going to just blow over. And I've been sitting at home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, doing, I've been kind of just twiddling my thumbs, working on my own little stuff because teachers got an email that said, oh, we can't send out stuff, we can't grade anything. And I've done everything my teachers have sent me to do. So I've been lacking material. And it's just, I've been over here twiddling my thumbs, and I feel like we should have started online earlier.
I agree.
So I know Donald Trump has sent the self-isolation order extended to April 30th. How long do you foresee it continuing?
I would like to say just a couple weeks, but I think that we're going to be, in the danger zone for at least a month, maybe 2 months.
Right, because we all can hope and dream that it's over April 30th, but as the way it's been currently going, and now they've been kept extending it and extending it and extending it, and
Mm-hmm.
hospitals lacking supplies, I feel like it's going to go past April 30th, and that is going to cause a lot of problems for small businesses.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
definitely. I'm
So,
already feeling it. So,
right, a lot of small businesses such as Ovid Cafe have been feeling it as well. They had to shut. I don't know if they've had to shut their doors completely yet, but they have been doing takeout, and small business support is really big in these times. So another question is, how has COVID-19 affected your daily life? Like, what can you not do anymore that you've normally done?
oh, my business. I actually was supposed to open the doors on a retail store the beginning of this month, and it should have been this weekend actually, or next weekend, and that's been put on hold indefinitely until we figure out what's going on. My retail stores that I have that I wholesale out of, I haven't been able to supply because their doors aren't open. So
Right.
my day-to-day just production and my work is dead.
Yeah. I'm used to 7 hours a day of human contact, and I'm
Right.
used to doing sports, and I'm used to getting my brain just constantly interacted with. But I've just been sitting at home. I've been sleeping in a bit, but I've been getting up and just going about my day, doing the same thing every day. And Charlene's been working from home, and I've been kind of working from home, and it's kind of just shut my entire life down because I can't see
Mm-hmm.
my friends, and it's just things have just stopped. This COVID-19 is just throwing a wrench in the machine.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, next question is, has COVID-19 driven you to do anything that you've never ever done before?
Um, no, I'm gonna say no, not really. I've been trying to stay busy with a new machine that we've got. I have been trying to help my sisters by I'm being exposed to it every single day because my husband works. So I'm the one that's going to the store and picking up things and dropping them off, or leaving it on the front porch for them. So I'm still out there doing things, just a little bit, or I should say, a lot more cautiously.
Right. Which
So
you are doing a massive favor for those in need, because people like you are the reason why people are able to live in their homes and not go anywhere and avoid this sickness, especially if they have small children, such as Aunt Ronnie
Aunt
and
Riley, yeah,
many other parents. They have really small children that they cannot risk whatsoever
right,
getting exposed to
absolutely.
this. Luckily, me and Charlene are kind of able-bodied people, and we've been offering our help, and we've been going shopping, and
Oh, good for
mainly
you.
I've been going places because I'm really not afraid to get it. I'm pretty safe. I wash my hands as soon as I get home. I maintain
Mm-hmm.
6 feet, and I don't touch anything that I'm not going to buy.
Right. Good.
And so, last question here is, how do you think the seniors of this year are feeling? Because, as you know, graduation is not happening and we're all online.
Oh, I can't even imagine what you guys are going through. I think it's stressful and it's a big letdown.
Right, because a lot
So
of people were looking forward
yeah,
to finally graduating. And for me, the SAT, a lot of tests that I've been studying for, they have
I
been
put on
shut
hold.
down and they have been moved till fall of next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that there's some communities that want to do a parade, a senior parade, where
Right.
all the seniors line up and that kind of thing. And I think that would be a great idea, just to drive the streets of the town, and people coming out on their lawns and just applauding them for their achievements. I think it's
So
a
yeah,
great
so they
idea
still have
that
some form
smaller
of like,
communities could do.
yeah, because they do it because they look forward to getting that diploma and getting sent off,
Hmm.
because they've put 12 years of their life into their education. And I
Yep.
feel like this may be like other people that have not gotten an education may say, oh, well, they don't need a graduation. That's just selfish. But they worked 12 years of their life for that. They deserve to walk
Yep.
and they deserve to get some recognition for all of what they've done.
I'm actually hoping that maybe come beginning of the next school year that they will do something, that they will invite all those kids back to do
Right,
something.
for sure, because they did actually talk about bringing current, because you know how track and lacrosse and all those sports, they got canceled.
Yep.
So they are talking about allowing an extra year of eligibility for current year seniors to come back next
Aw,
year to
that would
perform
be
in
amazing.
sports. And I am really happy for that, because I have a lot of friends that are just really missing out and really bummed because a lot of their
Mhm.
sports aren't happening anymore, and it's their final year to do it. Every senior looks forward to their final year of sports, and when they can't do it, it really bums you out. And I think all this hope for graduation and an extra year of eligibility is just a light at the end of the tunnel, and they have a chance to go towards that and just deal with all this.
I agree. I hope they do that.
Well, that was all the questions that I have for you. If you would like to ask any to me, because I figure I'm pretty well educated in all this because I've been keeping up to date. And do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
Um, you said that you get up and you do the same things. What are you doing? Are you taking Frankie for walks and
Yeah, actually, I walk my dog regularly. The past couple weeks, I've been getting up. I've been doing an hour of U.S. history, an hour of pre-calc, and then an hour of just whatever. And then I kind of just devote the rest of my time to. I know you've been seeing. I've been making TikToks, because
yes, I like those.
that's just something for me to do to entertain myself. And I
That's
figure if
fun, right?
people need to laugh, people need to have fun, and they need to see stuff on their Facebook that will brighten
Hmm.
their day, not, oh, COVID-19 this, coronavirus that, everybody's going to die this. Like, they need to see stuff that will brighten up their day and make them look forward to, oh, well, this is something, because people need consistency.
Hmm.
That's the problem, because students, especially like littler kids, what are they going to do? This is their most impressionable years of their education, and suddenly they're being told that they can't go to school.
Yep.
And this, I figure that like just bringing some sort of consistency by doing these videos and doing these podcasts now, that I will be able to bring some sort of consistency to people's lives if they like to tune in and watch them.
Good.
And I've been playing a lot of video games as well, but that's besides.
Well, yeah. That's something you should do once in a while, just for enjoyment, you know?
Yeah, and it's spring break, and Charlene's been nice enough to give me the week off, and so I can just enjoy being a kid.
Good. You always need that. Definitely need that.
And I really appreciate that. So,
Good.
well, that is the end of this interview. I really appreciate you giving me some of your time,
Not a
and I
problem.
really appreciate you answering my questions as well as you did. Um, so, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope you have a great rest of this self-isolation period to whenever we can talk again.
You too, honey.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, welcome to the podcast. And today I actually have Mason Spees. He's a high school senior. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, so my name is Mason Spees, and I'm a high school senior at Ovid Elsie High School. During the fall for sports, I did tennis and wrestled in the winter, and had good times. Yep.
So basically the way this is going to work is I'm going to ask you several COVID-19 related questions, of course, since we are in the time of quarantine, the time of staying away from people, as you may say.
Yep.
So what have you been doing during this time of isolation?
Well, it's funny because I hear what other people's answers, and most of them are just saying they're like bored or doing nothing. I'm doing the opposite of that. My family is like found a whole bunch of like outside chores around the house that we need to do. Like we're fixing up the whole front of the house. So that's kind of the busy side of it. But on the off time, I have been playing video games and stuff like that.
I feel that I've been playing quite a bit of video games myself, but I haven't been letting myself get completely lazy. I've been studying for school. I've gone for a couple of runs this week. I've been working out a little bit, and I've just been I've been doing these. I actually just started these podcasts yesterday, and I'm having a crazy amount of fun with them. Actually, it's ridiculous how much fun I'm having with these things.
That's good to hear, man.
So the next question is, so a couple of days ago, President Trump, of course, extended the self-isolation period from April 13th to April 30th. Do you think he was right in doing that, or what are your opinions on that?
I think my opinion, I think it might have been probably the right move, because like the numbers just keep climbing higher and higher each day. Like there's like not really much of a sign in stopping. So him extending that, I think, is probably, I mean, I don't like to see it because I'm sick of sitting here, but it is the right idea.
Right. In my last podcast episode, I actually did interview Miranda Stoneman, Landon Stoneman's mother. She is a nurse. Yep. She's been a nurse for 16 years, and I actually had the pleasure of interviewing her and talking to her about it. And just as of yesterday, Michigan crested the 10,000 mark in COVID-19 cases. Wow. And she said it's probably inevitable that everybody might get it, because just the way of how it's growing and going about getting to people, that everybody is bound to get it. We all might not get harmed by it or incredibly sick with it, but everybody is bound to get it.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Not saying I like those news, but yeah, I don't like to hear that.
So as of yesterday, of course, I know this might be a sore subject for you, but all K through 12 schools officially closed for the school year. So you graduated, technically. I am a senior now, and you were, of course, graduated. How do you feel about that?
I gotta tell you, a lot of other people would say they like it because they get out of school, but I'll tell you what, kind of sucks, honestly, mostly because it's my senior year. I did kind of see it coming, though, but like I won't forget the last Friday of school we had. It was that Thursday night. This is when, like, at 11:30, Whitmer said that school is being closed for 2 weeks minimum, but we still had school that Friday. Friday, I just went to school like it was a normal day, and then during 7th hour, let me tell you, it hit me hard. I realized, well, I might not be coming back because this might get worse. And well, I was right.
Yeah, I didn't
So,
even know. I didn't even know about the executive order till I walked into school on Friday, and I was like, "Why is everybody cleaning out their lockers?" And they're like, "Didn't you hear Gretchen Whitmer signed an order that as of Monday, there's no more school for 2 weeks?" And I was like, and I remember for
yeah,
weeks, everybody around me was joking about the coronavirus and saying it'll never come to Michigan, it'll never be here. We don't have to worry about it. And
I heard
then
a lot of
just
that too.
exactly a couple days later, suddenly there was one in Wayne County, and MSG was closing, CMU was closing,
All the colleges shut
all the
down,
colleges
and
were
that,
closing.
that
Yeah,
started it. Yeah, that felt like the craziest part to me was when first colleges started closing everything down. Then all of a sudden, sports done, events done. That's when it opened my eyes. Like, whoa, this is really serious. Yeah,
it was genuinely a surprise. So my next question is, has this time of self-isolation driven you to do anything that you've never done before? Like something that you were like, I have time to do this and I've never done it before. Why not do it now?
yeah, it definitely has. Cause like I actually did have plans to do like later in my senior year, like stuff to do after school with friends when it started getting warmer out. But now I can't do that. But once this quarantine is lifted, I'm gonna think about like getting some friends together, having bonfires like on like Friday nights and stuff like that. Go fishing with friends and stuff like that, because I might not be seeing these people for a long time
Right.
after this year's over.
Right. And I'm definitely for sure gonna feel the need that as soon as this gets lifted, I'm gonna spend as much time with my friends as possible because we are gonna have to go because I was talking to Mrs. Stoneman earlier, and she said that she can foresee this going another possibly 2 months of self isolation and possible quarantine, just for the sheer amount of how fast it's growing. Because more people are getting tested, and just the numbers keep going up. The numbers have not gone down once.
No, no.
It's just been a constant incline of numbers. And yesterday we crested the 10,000, not the 10,000, the 1,000 mark, and it's just ridiculous how fast this is spreading.
Hmm.
So, just what do you plan on doing once this whole thing's over? I know you have plans to go to college, and you said that you plan on getting together with friends and stuff, but what are your plans for after this? Because I know you just kind of graduated and you kind of are being pushed into life right now. You really had no choice. You couldn't have been like, you didn't have the time to completely flush out your thoughts. You're kind of like, wow,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
done.
over.
I have to get going.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In the fall, I will hopefully be going to college. I hope it's not stay-at-home online classes. I really hope that's not what happens, because I'm not the greatest online learner myself. So, but other than that, yeah, see some friends as much as I can, because yeah, I'll miss that opportunity for a while
Right. It is time that
come
you will
fall.
probably have to make up.
Yeah, and during the summer, if this gets lighter, which I really hope it does, I want to hopefully get a job. Think of working at Sleepy Hollow actually, as a park worker, for just a seasonal job. Get my foot through the door for the DNR, because that's where I plan on working in the future.
Me, I'm just looking for a job at Kroger retail. So
That might be pretty easy to
anything to get a
snag
little
us some
money
money
right
here.
now. That's
Yeah,
all I want. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to coming and doing an interview with me. I know that we kind of goofed up our times here, and I had to get this whole green screen situation sorted out and this whole link process sent out. But it was a
that's
pretty
all right,
painless
man.
process. So, I mean, I'm really glad that you came out and you talked to me and just took the
Yep,
time.
no problem. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah, no problem. If you ever need somebody to talk to or just need to chat, or if you just need something or just somebody to talk to, I'm here. You have my Snapchat, probably my Instagram as well, my Facebook, and you have a bunch of different ways of reaching out to me. And these calls are super easy to do. So if you ever just want to do one of these again, it takes me about like a minute and a half to set up, and I just send you the link. So
I would not mind that at all. Same, all that same goes for me too. Like, and people that might be watching, I'm pretty easy to reach as well. So, yep, thank you.
yeah, no problem. Have a good night. Stay safe and try to enjoy your weekend.
Yep, thank you. Also, same as you. Stay busy.
I'll try.